You see how red that turns immediately upon touching that lead check swab? That indicates that this is full of lead.
Children are getting sick from paint in old homes, and community groups say funding to fix the problem is running dry.
The health and the well-being of children is at stake.
The percentage of children that we're testing with high levels of lead is equal to or higher than what we're seeing in Flint.
When R.J. James was a baby, he lived in an apartment in Trenton his mother later learned was covered in lead paint. He was poisoned, and now the 2-year-old is living proof that exposure to lead can cause devastating health effects in children.
He have like a behavior problem. He's not understanding. He's not talking. He have a speech problem now.
We were seeing this data that these kids were having health outcomes that were just not good, right? And so what we started doing is going from the brownfield sites into the surrounding neighborhoods and doing testing. And what we were finding was like shocking. Not only do we know more about this problem now, we figured out low-cost ways to go into these homes and weatherize the home. At the same time, we're doing the retrofits for lead.
In 2009, EPA made it a law that any contractors going into homes built before 1978 have to be certified. So SEEP became the accredited trainer to train contractors on lead-safe renovation. We've trained over 800 contractors. When they go into a home that's older, they have to do it in a lead-safe manner. I really took that training to heart because you know that they impact children's lives. It's treated newspaper, that means it's environmentally friendly. When New Jersey put their energy master plan in place to affect our carbon footprint, homes had to be more efficient. So in order to do that, you have to weatherize the home, which is air seal, insulate, and also detect any health hazards that may exist in the home.
The largest line item in a family's budget is their housing, and that includes the utility bill, right? And so we have thousands of homes in these neighborhoods that we're looking at, Trenton, Newark, Camden, elsewhere, thousands of homes that haven't seen even the first generation of energy upgrades.
What does it cost for these families to get this done?
Well, it depends. If they're very low-income families, it costs them nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing. If they're moderate-income families, it costs them a percentage of the total cost of that. Yeah, the long-term savings are enormous.
I think it's really good work. It's important work because when you make a home more efficient, the overall impact is that we affect global warming. We impact our carbon footprint. And I think because we have a lot of housing, I don't think that there'll be a shortage of work in this particular field.
We've had 140,000 people in the city of Trenton. We're now down to 84,000. That leaves behind vacant land as well as vacant buildings, but it also creates an opportunity to really green our communities, right? There's no need to have to leave either to enjoy the grass or the green, but in addition, you can grow your own food.
This community gardener is watering her fresh vegetables in the middle of Trenton. She's growing kale, collard greens, tomatoes, and more.
I'm growing and cooking and giving it away, and then it's time for more, so I said, okay, new recipe.
Lori Lamara is a trainee with Isles Urban Agriculture Program.
We do site assessments, we test the soil to make sure there's no issues with lead contamination. We work with the city to get leases if they're on public property. We work with the waterworks. You need sweat equity. You need people and you need passion. You can acquire those other resources, seeds and seedlings, pretty cheaply.
On one hand, we're taking vacant land and making it sing. We're also helping families come together across neighborhoods, so they're coming in the same common ground.
Look, this is our very first pepper. Look at how beautiful it is. It's a little banana pepper. It's still got some growing to do.
With all these gardens that's popping up throughout the city of Trenton, what the whole premise is to deal with the blight so we can turn the blight into beautification. When people start working together and they start shoveling, they start doing things, you're going to start a conversation. Then from a conversation, that's when you start building friendships, and then that's when you start building a true community.
Yeah, can we get a picture of this? Perfect picture.
Hello, pretty tomato.
I didn't like school, so I just started being bad. I just messed with the wrong crowd, getting in a lot of trouble. I got locked up for shoplifting. And there I started losing my hair. Like, I had a patch of hair missing out my head. I thought I had cancer or something. I thought I was dying, right? I got scared. Like, that's when life started really kicking in. I just heard, like, people dying and bodies being missing. I'm like, oh my God, this is real. Like, I could die too. I'm like, oh my God, I can't do this no more. I came to U-Build. It was like a whole nother family here. The stuff I used to do, I don't even think about it no more. I mean, like, not even a thought. I just think about the future. My first test, I passed everything. That was the turning point in my life. I'm like, oh, if I could do it, if I could do this, I could do a lot of stuff.
I'm just proud of my son. The transformation that I've seen in his life has just been a great thing, and I'm just so proud of him. I don't have no words really to say other than I love you, son, and I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
I want to know what the people that made it from here are doing now.
My name's Lamar Allen. I got involved with Isles in 2003. I was sentenced to anger management and probation. My anger management coach, I guess you should say, was promoting IYI. Back then it was called Youth Build. Over the next couple years, we had on-job training for construction. On top of that, they got us plenty of jobs. I remember one time I had 3 jobs.
Training young people in the construction trades while they're also getting their high school diploma. Awfully cost effective when you think about the long-term benefits. I mean, not only are these young people getting the skills, housing is being rehabilitated in the city of Trenton, they're getting a sense of service because they're able to drive by this home on a regular basis and show their friends and others what they're doing. And that has real long-term implications.
Then in 2010, I started talking about home ownership. That was early 2013 when we started looking. And by September 2013, we closed on the house.
I'm not sure exactly why I care about these issues so much. I'm not sure if it's the stories about the Klan burning crosses in my grandparents' yard, my mother when she was a child, because they were the first German Catholic in the area, or I'm not sure whether it's because I'm a white guy working in communities of color. But this is an issue that's really important. It's almost like an artist. I feel as if I've been given this kind of blank slate to draw upon, or a canvas that I can continually work on to create something that hasn't been done before. People should care about Isles' work and donate to Isles because we are putting together approaches that are so cost effective that it would be much more expensive not to. Our children's children are going to be confronting these same kinds of challenges. Isles' work only happens when we have friends and allies across communities weighing in. So for all of the donors and the friends in the room who've been there with us over the decades, and for all of the folks involved in Isles, thank you for being there. Thank you for making it possible for me to build this career and have this opportunity. I trust you'll be there as we step into this next phase of Isles history.
So the word is on the street is that you're retiring from Isles. Let me thank you for the work that you did on behalf of Trenton. Let me thank you for the work that you did by giving young people in the city of Trenton a hope an opportunity to be gainfully employed, to have confidence in who they are, to respect themselves, and to know that they have value to themselves, their families, and our community.
There is no doubt that the City of Trenton and others throughout Mercer County, and most importantly the people, have benefited greatly from the innovative ideas, the can-do spirit, and the tenacity that Marty has poured into our community every single day since founding Isles in 1981.
People who have had the opportunity to participate in our community gardens, families who've had their homes saved from foreclosure, families who've had the opportunity to become first-time home buyers, youth who've been helped through Isles Youth Institute. All of those services and all the individuals who've benefited from those services really represent the legacy that Marty leaves.
I think Marty's legacy is me. And I think that it can be all the cycles that came from Youth Build. It can be all the properties that he helped build. You know, it can be all the gardens. It is more than just materialistic things. I think that his legacy is more so evolved and intertwined with the students and the staff members. So I think that his legacy, you know, it can be me, it could be Trenton.
He's always been a very decent, kind leader, and I believe that has set the tone for making Isles such a great place to work. Marty was also a great writer. I loved when Marty edited my work because I knew it was going to be better. And I know through the years people could roll their eyes at the Marty edit, but I always appreciated it.
Thank you, Marty, for having the vision to really empower this community and giving me personally a platform that I'm able to help people realize their dreams. You had the fortitude to stick through all of the, you know, ups and downs of funding and community development. You stuck to it, Marty, and it's not an easy thing to do. So I just want to personally thank you, and I wish you the best in your retirement.